Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Just wanted to pop on today to talk to you about my dye storage. Now originally when I bought dyes I started sorting them into these CD wallets. I get them like 100 at a time and I mainly buy these because they're really useful for resources at school. Like if you make like a jigsaw, a phonics jigsaw for example, you can put all the pieces in one of these little wallets and then they store really nicely. So anyway, that's why I had them. So I started taking these out because a lot of these are just from AliExpress or the works, places like that. And then they used to just stack in a box on my shelf. Then I moved back home and I had to put everything sort of under the bed. So they got shoved in a box under the bed. And I just never reached for them because they're not on display anymore. And then some of the dyes didn't fit into these. Oh, that's some bits that I've die cut out actually. So like this Sizzix one, because I'd kept it on the backing, it then didn't fit in these little CD wallets. So then I had these Avery L wallets, and these are how I stored my stamps, and now I can't buy this same size in wallets, so then they wouldn't match. So it was getting really frustrating. Then to be honest, I just didn't sort a lot of them out. So like I've got ones like this from the works that I just never put onto white card. I've got Sizzix ones that I just never even took out the packet, and it was just getting silly. And then I've got this little Alina Crafts one that was a free gift with one of my purchases. Yeah, so it's just getting really silly having all these bits. And as I say, there's just one die here. Sorry, it's my emails. There's just this one die here in this whole wallet, and it just seems a bit of a waste. So anyway, when I was in Aldi the other week, I showed this in my Aldi haul. I picked up this die storage wallet. Oh, you don't want to see my arm that close. So when you open it up, it's a ring binder. Just get rid of that cardboard now. It's a ring binder, and it's got magnetic sheets in here. And I think there's 10 wallets in total. So I've decided to just pop them all in here. And if there are any that I want to keep, like maybe these Sizzix Thinlits, I might keep in here for now because it's quite nice packaging. And I've not used these, and I might end up gifting them. So I could just tuck them into this little wallet here at the front if I wanted to. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I'll keep the nesting sets together obviously, but I just think then if I'm looking for a die I can just flip through the folder rather than sift through a box, because I just don't think that I'm using them. Well, I know I'm not using them. It's also, I've got the Sizzix Big Shot, and I don't know why I ever got the biggest one, to be honest, because I never use like A4 size dies. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do this morning. Okay, so they're all in the wallets and there's just one spare, so I have been able to fit everything into this folder, which I'm quite pleased about, and I don't think there's any that I've missed off. The only thing I'm going to keep, oh there's a hair in there, is one of these wallets because I've die cut loads of those Sizzix hearts, so I think I'm just going to leave that in the wallet and tuck that in this front pocket here because I can use those. And I did end up taking everything out of the packets because I know what I'm like. I don't use them when they are in the packets. and it doesn't bother me that they're not in their original packaging like the Sizzix ones, because I don't actually work with any brands, so it's not like I'm going to get confused. If I worked with brands in the future, which I don't know that anybody would approach me, but then I would obviously keep, if I did like a DT package or something, I would obviously keep them in the original packaging to share. But these are just ones that I've bought, so it doesn't really bother me, and I remember where most of them are from. So this is a Sizzix heart, this is a Sizzix thin set of hearts, and then in the back, because these stars came on a shimmy thing here, I just thought I'd tuck it in the back, because I didn't realise these aren't double-sided. You can only use one side of the packets, which it's not too bad, because I can always buy more magnetic sheets and then put them back to back. It's not the end of the world. The only ones I don't remember, I think these stars ones, I think they were a Sizzix set, so I've put them in together. So I'm going to put those in near the front. I've got this Alina Crafts alphabet. I've got a what they call clearly besotted little Christmas scene thing, which I thought was going to be longer when I ordered it, but I quite like it. It's cute. And then I've got these 3 like bannery dies that I got from AliExpress. I'm going to put them near the back, because they're not ones I reach for. These are those Sizzix ones. So I've got the little bow, I've got the sweet treats, and I've got the little tea set as well. I'm not sure what the name of the tea set one was. What is it called? I've still got all the packets in front of me. Oh, I can see it, I just can't, fingers and thumbs. Oh, it's called Tea Party. So they're all Sizzix ones. So I'm going to put those behind the other Sizzix ones. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to put them in front, because I'm going to put all the nesting dies together. Or try to anyway, with the exception of one set, which I'll tell you in a second. So these ones were both from AliExpress, and I bought these after seeing somebody's channel, and I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Anna, who's Serenity Creations. I think I'd seen use these flowers, or it was Nurse Tara, and then I saw somebody use this like shaker flower on a card. I think that was on a like a share for lawn fawn or something like that, something similar, and I found this on AliExpress. So I haven't actually ever used those. I really need to use them. So I'm quite pleased they're out of the box and in my folder now. And then I've got all my nesting dies. These are just from AliExpress. They're not branded at all. I've got my circles. I've got the squares that you can see. Then I've got these 3 sets. So I have got a random dream catcher, because I was trying to use up space. But I don't mind that it's there at all, to be fair. I've got my nesting dies, my rectangles from AliExpress. And these are Creative, that brand, Creative Dies. Yeah, the tags. Got those ages ago. I did a challenge for Jodie, who was Miss Mouse Makes, but she doesn't do YouTube anymore. And then these are all from the works, and then I think that one was a Sizzix flower. So do you know what? I'm going to take that one out. Sorry, I popped all the bits out of one of these dies that I hadn't cleaned. Oh no, I've just messed up all my pattern. Oh no. Yeah, well that went well. Serves me right for trying to do it quickly. Now I've got to sort it all back out again. I have to say they're not the most magnetic of sheets, and I don't know if that's just because it's from Aldi and it's cheap, or because they're not supposed to be very magnetic. I've never had magnetic shims for these before, except for this one that the star's in, and that one holds really well. So I'm going to suggest that these are not the strongest of dies. I suppose of magnetic shims. The only thing I could do, I suppose, is run a little bit of tape on them, but then it defeats the object of having them on a magnetic thing, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm rambling. So I love these ones. I'm going to put these near the front, because I use those circle ones all of the time. They're like my favourites to use. Oh, I've got my ovals. They can go in here behind the circles. And then I'm just going to find that Sizzix page. See what I mean? They're just not staying. Oh well, they're in the folder at least. Maybe they need some cardstock behind or something to keep them quite solid. So I just don't think they're all going to stay very well. Okay, so from back to front, we've got the little weird ones I never use. We've got the flowers that I really need to use. We've got the ovals that I just messed up. Should turn them the other way really, shouldn't I? That'll do. Then we've got the circles, the squares, the rectangles and the tags with a random dream catcher. We've got the 3 the work sets. This is definitely my favourite. I use this all of the time. The stars and the hearts. And then this front one, we've got these Sizzix bits and pieces. I'm going to pop that there. Because again, this is one that I've never actually used. So I've got 6 or 7 die sets in here that I've not even punched one thing from them. So I'm hoping that by putting them in this folder that I'll reach for them a little bit more. The folder itself is probably slightly bulkier than obviously if they were just in a box on their own, but now I can keep the folder out. So yeah, I quite like it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.